and welcome to my channel. My name is Asya, and like you can hear it, I'm sick right now since a few days, but I wanted to draw something anyway and show you my drawing process in this drawing session. I will draw my sketchbook, the Bridgerton characters from the newest season 3. I also watched the season 1 and 2, but I always was scared to draw the characters because I saw a lot of artists drawing the characters, and I'm always scared when I draw characters in my style that is not like the real characters. So I skipped it and I never tried it again. So here's an example I wanted to show you. I love this movie and I read the book. I think the characters is not 100% like the original characters. Like this one, it is Lily Bloom. I don't really like this drawing, but the other ones are pretty good. So I'm always scared of drawing the characters in my style. Here are my characters. I really like to draw characters here. So like I said, I will draw the Bridgerton characters. I hope that it will look good. So I drew Lady Dunbury with Queen Charlotte. I will draw Penelope Featherington with Colin Benedict, Kate Charmer with Anthony Bridgerton, and Francesca Bridgerton with Lord John. And I will use my mechanical pencil, my normal eraser, my kneadable eraser, and this pen with 4 different colors. But I will only use blue or black for outlining. And I hope that the video will be good and the drawing as well. So let's get started with the video.
At the beginning of this video, I want to say that I will show you how I drew the characters with the references in my sketchbook. I drew the 2 couples in 4 pages. I followed the sequence I described at the beginning, so let's start with Queen Charlotte and Lady Dunbury. As I drew the characters, I started with the Queen. I wanted that the 2 characters be small and fit in the page. I also think about drawing only the faces again above the drawing, but I gave up on this idea. I had not enough space to draw the characters again, and actually I don't really want it to draw the huge hairstyle again. I think the Queen looked more young than I wanted to draw her. She's not old, but older than she looked here. As I drew Lady Dunbury, I wanted to draw her in a side view. I don't really like how the face turned out, but I was not able to draw it better, so I'm sorry. The hair was easy to draw, but I was thinking about the hairstyle, which got lost in the hair, so I decided to outline the accessory with a ballpoint pen to make it easier for me to color over it on my iPad. I wanted to describe the characters based on this story. Queen Charlotte is in my eyes one of the most important characters because, as her title says, she is the queen of the town and she pays attention to the city. She knows about all citizens and their title and their relationship. She keeps an eye on the citizens, and the title of each is very important. Lady Dunbury is her right hand and supports the queen. She keeps the queen up to date with the city's news and informations. They are both very important and have a big responsibility in the story of the series. In this picture, Lady Dunbury is telling the Queen new information about this city. The Queen has very elaborate hairstyle and a very large necklace that is very beautiful and shows again that she has a very high position in this series. The hardest thing was to paint the hair and the dress. It was a lot of detail and it took a long time. I was worried it might not look good like I wanted. But I really like how this turned out at the end. After sketching the characters, I colored them on my iPad, like you can see here. I really like the hairstyle, it looks so amazing. The next two characters are Penelope Featherington and Colin Bridgerton. Penelope Featherington is the best friend of one of his sisters named Eloise Bridgerton. They have been friends for a long time and have always been together since the first season. Penelope Featherington was always in love with Colin, but they didn't get together until the final season. In the series, there is often a scene where Penelope sits on the windowsill and looks out of the window. She watches Colin because he lived across the street from her house. As he was traveling around the world, she still sits there. She was sad that he's not by her side. At the end, at the same time, she was the first one knowing when he came back. They wrote letters to each other for a long time until it eventually stopped. Penelope was also a Lady Whistledown and wrote a society paper. No one knew that she was the author of the news, but everyone wanted to know the truth about the secret. Penelope was or is a smart, gorgeous girl with a talent to observe all the details around her and writing down the news in a interesting story. Everyone in town was curious to know who she was and what was going to be in the next paper. I can't describe Colin as well as I can with Penelope Featherington. He left his family and was traveling around the world. He was feeling not well in the city. I don't really know how long he was gone and not in the show, but he came back in the last season. And in the last season, he spent a lot of time with Penelope. He was able to tell a lot about his travels and the people he met. This made him a heartthrob. I like this couple, but more because of Penelope. This character is one of my favorite characters because she's a kind-hearted even when she made mistakes. She is so powerful and full of love. The last episode made me really sad. Colin wasn't there for Penelope anymore and didn't support her. He wanted to make her decide whether she wanted to stop writing or be happily married to him because he was jealous of her success. He didn't even know that she was Lady Whistledown until she said it to everyone, and he was not happy about this. At the end, they apologized to each other and became a happy family. They had a baby, which you can see in the last 1 or 2 minutes of the last episode. P.S. Penelope stopped writing and Colin started to write. He also wanted to become an author. I don't like the thought that she needed to decide what she wants. It could be possible to do more than one thing. Even if she had a good relationship, she could write and do something for herself just because she loved it. About Kate Sharma. Kate is a responsible person. She takes care of her little sister, has high standards, is smart, and doesn't get involved with everyone. Some men in town showed interest in her, but she turned them down. She listens more to her head than her heart. She enjoys riding and also racing horses. About Anthony Bridgerton. He is a heartthrob while having high standards for his future. He is one or the oldest of the siblings. He is responsible and pays attention to his siblings. Family is very important to him, and you can see that in the series. His mother is worried that with his high standards he will not find anyone and will remain alone. To the story. In the first season of Bridgerton, Kate Sharma and Anthony Bridgerton met for the first time while riding in the forest. Kate Sharma traveled to Mayfair, London, with her sister Edwina Sharma from India. Kate wanted to support her sister in getting to know a man to get married. Kate wanted to leave afterwards. Kate and Edwina met Anthony at one of the many parties, and Edwina found him very handsome from the start. She fell in love with Anthony and wanted to get married to him. Kate also spent a lot of time with Anthony and fell in love with him too. Anthony fell in love with Kate, but wanted to marry Edwina because she has the same views as him and is also very responsible. Kate stood in the way of her heart and told Anthony that he shouldn't break her sister's heart and that they shouldn't become a couple. Anthony proposed to Edwina, and when she was at the altar, she noticed that Kate was watching him. She realized that they love each other and then ran away from the altar. Kate and Anthony kissed. Anthony didn't want to forget her and did everything he could to marry her. She was insecure and didn't want to marry him because she didn't believe in a happy life with Anthony. She wanted to go to London for other reasons, and in the end they got married and built their future. Kate and Anthony have extended their honeymoon to spend more time together. In the last season, Kate and Anthony Bridgerton returns with happy news. They were pregnant but didn't want to say it directly because Colin and Penelope were engaged. P.S. Anthony and Kate were talking about Edwina being happy with her husband in India, and then Anthony suggests traveling to India with her before the baby arrived. Anthony wanted the baby even if it was born in India, to experience both cultures. About Francesca Bridgerton. Francesca is a very calm person. She reads a lot and appeared more often in the third season. She started attending the celebration to look for her future husband. She found it very difficult, even though she started talking to a few men. About Lord John Sterling. He's a very quiet man. He doesn't talk much, isn't really funny, and is rather inconspicuous. He can write music notes and enjoys reading just as much as Francesca. Throughout her story, he gave Francesca little thoughtful gifts that she didn't expect. About the story. Francesca went out onto the balcony because it was too much for her and she wanted to enjoy the silence. There she meets John. They stand next to each other and don't talk to each other. At some point they smiled at each other and Francesca went back inside. John then visited her at home and sat down in her living room. John Samadani came over and John apologized. John noticed that a violinist was playing nearby. He asked her if she enjoys the music and she confessed that she didn't and said that the music should be improved. John then apologized and left the house. John showed up at an event, and even though Francesca didn't want to talk to him, he spoke to her. He gave her a piece of paper that improved the music she had heard. They got engaged and Francesca wanted to persuade him to tell his family. He didn't want to tell his family about the engagement, while Francesca's family was told. Francesca asked her mother to tell the queen about the good news to get her blessing. Her mother didn't feel comfortable telling her this and hesitated. She asked the queen about it, and the queen gave her blessing. She didn't say much about it, just that they look good together and that she had already noticed that they like each other. They got special permission for the wedding so that they could get engaged in the presence of their family. After the wedding, they wanted to return to Scotland to John's family to start their life together. Francesca liked the idea as she was looking forward to the peace and quiet of Scotland that she never found in the Bridgerton house. Eloise, Francesca's sister, asked her if she could also come to Scotland because she wanted to go on a trip and hadn't been able to travel yet. One of John's cousins also traveled with them. Here are all of my drawings of this video. Which one is your favorite drawing and which one is your favorite character? Write me down in the comments. At the end, I want to apologize that it took me so long to finish it, to post it. I wanted to post it last week, but I was sick and too lazy that I was not working every day on this video, and this makes it harder to finish it. Thank you for watching. If you want, you can like this video or subscribe my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram, TikTok or Threads. If you have a video idea or something you want to see me drawing or showing you, you can write me down in the comments. See you next time. Bye!